Thousand Oaks, Calif, kid, and perhaps should be called a Todd Gurley II insurance policy. But that is not how the Los Angeles Rams described the decision to move up in the NFL draft to select Memphis running back Darrell Henderson in the third round with the 70th overall pick. General Manager Les Snead characterized Henderson as the change of pace back that the organization has been in search of since coach Sean McVay arrived 2 seasons ago. And McVay said Henderson could provide a different threat behind Gurley and backup Malcolm Brown. Both Snead and McVay's descriptions of their newest back could be true. But the Rams' selection of Henderson with the second pick also raises more questions about the status of Gurley's left knee, which kept him sidelined for the final 2 games of the regular season. Gurley returned for the playoffs, and, as he shared carries with C.J. Anderson, appeared to return to form as he rushed for 115 yards and a touchdown in a divisional round win over the Dallas Cowboys. But he struggled in the NFC Championship game, gaining only 13 total yards on 5 touches, and then was held to 35 yards in 10 carries in Super Bowl 53. This had to do with his skill set, McVay said, when asked if Henderson's addition was tied to Gurley's knee. He was a player that we identified as a unique playmaker. Henderson is small, at 5'8" and 208 pounds, with big playability. He rushed for 22 touchdowns and caught 3 more as a junior last season and averaged 8.9 yards per carry on his way to 1,909 career rushing yards. I'm able to catch out of the backfield. I'm able to return kicks, Henderson said. I'm able to run the ball, run hard and do a lot of things. You see the explosiveness, McVay said. Gurley, who signed a 4-year, $60 million extension before last season, offered Henderson a warm welcome on social media after his selection.
Yes sir, congrats bro.
McVay said that Henderson was a back who could prompt him to break from his almost singular use the past 2 seasons of his 11 personnel scheme, 3 receivers, 1 running back and 1 tight end, and that he could deploy more personnel groupings, perhaps to include 2 running backs, this season. Being able to give somebody a chance to come in and provide a different threat is exactly what we identified in Henderson, McVay said. Since the Rams' loss in the Super Bowl, Snead and McVay have said that they must manage Gurley's workload. But McVay also has maintained that Gurley would remain a focal point of the Rams' prolific offense. We anticipate Todd being a huge part of this like he has been the last couple years, McVay said. As far as managing the workload, those are things that we talk about with Todd, and as you continue to get educated on, is that something that we should do for the long haul or something that is or isn't going to affect Todd most importantly, and how does that affect our team? 2019 NFL Draft coverage. What you need to know from rounds 1 to 7. But when asked if he could confirm reports that he was suffering from a degenerative condition or arthritis, Gurley offered no label at all. All I can focus on is how I'm doing right now, he said. So while Gurley remains focused on the present, the Rams have clearly mapped a plan for the future. How exactly it involves Gurley is unlikely to be seen until September.